Leader of the third party.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. We need more housing options to address the housing affordability crisis. Tiny homes are one solution. For many, a tiny home represents stability and affordability that is not otherwise completely out of reach. Unfortunately, local governments are challenged with how to zone for tiny homes. As a result, people living in tiny homes, including people in the Cowichan Valley, are in danger of losing their homes. BC Housing and the UBCM recommend that tiny homes be a part of the housing solution. Why then has this government been so slow to fix this problem? My question is to the Minister of Housing. What is the province doing to ensure that those living in tiny homes across the province will not be forced into homelessness?
Minister of Housing.
Thank you so much, Honourable Speaker. And of course, on this side of the House, we support all options of housing available. I'm perplexed at the member's question. The member should know that we have tiny homes right now in her community, maybe not the community she was going to run in next election, but the community that she lived in before, right now, that we're funding, that's providing supportive housing for people. The member will also know that in Kelowna, we just opened more tiny homes options. We have another site that's opening up and a third one potentially coming. We just extended tiny home opportunity in Victoria in the riding the member now wants to run in, so we can have more people getting provided support and supportive housing. So we have been supporting communities to have tiny homes available. Now, some communities have said that we need to find ways to legalize tiny homes, and my message to them is tiny homes are legal right now. If you have the fire protections that are needed to make sure that people that live in them are safe, you can build tiny homes right now. In fact, we have manufacturers doing that across British Columbia at this moment.
Leader of third party supplemental.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Maybe if the Minister of Housing was more concerned with where people were going to live, he would know that the essence of my question is not about tiny home villages, but about people living in tiny homes on properties that are not zoned for it. He's the Minister of Housing. I would expect him to understand the essence of a question like that. He seems more interested in where I'm going to run. Tiny homes should align with the province's vision for affordable housing. The province is providing grants to build laneway homes, garden suites, and secondary suites. They're encouraging people to build up to 6 units on a single-family lot. But if you want to park a tiny home on your property to provide an immediate solution to homelessness, you have to think twice. Modular housing is another creative solution that provides tangible and immediate benefits to those in need of affordable housing. It's quicker and less expensive to build. It allows for less waste, more predictable building costs, and other jurisdictions like Atlantic Canada right now are ramping up the building of modular housing for public, not-for-profit, non-market housing. Housing that ensures affordability. So my question, Honourable Speaker, is again to the Minister of Housing. What is the government doing to take quick action to deploy all potential housing options, including allowing tiny houses on properties and modular housing?
Minister of Housing.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. And I first want to appreciate the member acknowledging the changes that we've made, allowing for 3 units, 4 units on single-family lots, allowing for 6 units near bus stands. All of those things the member opposed, didn't vote for in favour of, Honourable Speaker, but I think the member understands that it is positive to get those type of housing available. We are supporting laneway homes, Honourable Speaker. We are supporting more housing opportunities for our communities. Now, we know that in order to address the housing challenges we have, there's 4 things we have to focus on, and that's what we've been doing here in British Columbia, Honourable Speaker. We know that we need to take on speculation. That's what we're doing with the flipping tax. That's what we're doing with the speculation and vacancy tax. We know we need to cut red tape and legalize housing so we can increase housing supply. That's what we did with legislation. The members didn't support that. Honourable Speaker, we're investing historic levels of dollars in affordable housing, and we're protecting existing housing stock, Honourable Speaker, like we did today in Esquimalt, protecting 16 homes for families. Honourable Speaker, a year ago, the newspaper reported here in Victoria that's a great opportunity for investors to go ahead and buy that and displace the tenants so you can increase rents. And a year later, our rental protection fund is buying those homes, protecting those renters, and putting it in the non-market space, Honourable Speaker. We're proud of the work. We're going to continue